Right, so
yes, what's going on, people? Hope all well. This is a great day out. The cars are here, right? You can probably see them. Well, you would have seen cinematics anyway. But yeah, if you want to.
So yeah, we're here today, and we're going to do a comparison for everybody out there. We've got a supercharged car, and we've got a K24 Frank FN2s.
Yes.
We're going to go through the pros and cons. We're going to have a drive of each other's cars, and
yeah, pretty much come to a conclusion. I think ultimately we've gone down different power routes. This isn't really a question of budget, does come into it, but it's not the biggest thing, because ultimately both of these are highly modified power wise. It's not a standard build per se, right? So we're then going to come to conclusions as to what we liked, what we didn't like, what we didn't like.
Yeah, and then hopefully that will give you guys a more informed decision on what you are going to do, because you've got a Frank and you've got a Supercharged. As I say, it's two very different routes that you can do with a stock FN2 to give it enough power to keep up with today's hot hatches.
For sure. And I guess the other thing as well to mention is one of the main reasons why we're capturing this isn't because there isn't anyone else that has done it. Yes, that's true, but it's mainly because
fresh.
Yeah, exactly. Trendsetters out here. The main thing is because whenever I get questions about the K24 build and how much it costs, for example, what it's like, people then say to me, I was looking at supercharging, and it's vice versa. And there's also the turbo builds as well, but we don't have a turbo car here yet, or today. Yet. So,
I could count on two hands this week how many times people have asked me how much that's cost.
Precisely.
It costs what it costs.
Exactly. That's why I just did a video of it and like, look, there you go, you can see it. But
shall we have a quick rundown on specs so people know what's coming down?
That's a very good point.
So I'll kick off with mine. So we're not really talking about suspension and stuff nowadays in this video specifically. I'm on a daily type suspension. You're on coilovers.
I'm more performance. You're performance side.
I am fully polybushed to give it that little scope. We've both got big brake kits.
Yes.
And mine's got the C3094 TTS shaft drive supercharged kit. That's the full kit with the intercooler, all pipe work, everything's on there. I'm running a 3-inch TDI exhaust and a custom 2.5-inch Fab Motion manifold, which was from Dino Days, and I've added an extra silencer in the tailpipe just to keep the 3-inch exhaust just drones a bit, so it keeps that noise down. So there you go, look at yourself.
How much power are you running?
How much power I'm running? 418 on the last run.
And torque?
Torque, 267.
Yeah. So I guess we all know what's going to win in a race, right? But that's not the point. So my spec, right? I have a K24 Frank build, so the K20z4head and the K24a3 bottom end. I also have Skunk 2 drop-in cans. I also have the RRC inlet manifold. I have a slightly edited version of the CPL induction kit. And I also have the CPL exhaust manifold going down to a custom 3-inch exhaust. I've also sent the tailpipe out the back, but I don't have the silencer in the rear, which for me I probably could do, but this has eroded the drone, at least most of the drone for me. So yeah, and I'm running 282/283 horsepower with 210 foot-pounds of torque. So
there we go.
It'll be interesting.
Should we go for a drive?
Indeed. Catch you guys in a bit.
Cheers.
Okay. Frank first.
Frank first. Sounds nice already. It's got a diff, yeah?
Yeah.
Bunny hopping, so different already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if this turning circle is enough. The turning circles on these cars are struggle. How do you find the clutch? Wait, what clutch is in yours?
It's an exceeding stage 1, but I've still got the damper.
Okay.
That's why I'm struggling, because you've got the damper out, haven't you?
Okay.
I need to get used to it. It's nicer. Woo!
It's strange being the passenger in it.
It's unnerving.
Yeah.
TEINs feel really good.
Your speed.
It's like, I'll tell you what it's like.
Yeah.
It's like driving a normal Civic Type R, but you're doing 20 miles an hour more than you would be doing. It's like, what the hell?
Yeah, it picks up speed so quickly, so quickly.
What I wanted to know was we're doing like 30 miles an hour now.
Yeah.
38 miles an hour, pulling uphill in 6th. Which is what you're constantly FD2, constantly steering gears, aren't you?
Yeah, you have to really like in 5th or 4th.
Torque's just there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And even like when you're at 70 or 60, you don't need to drop gears no more. You literally just put your foot down and you're going.
You are. The speedo's going up in increments, not ones and twos. Right, let's give it a little bit more poke.
Go. Let it go out.
I'm changing gear where I would change gear at mine. I'm like, no, this has still got more in it. This has got more in it. This has got more in it. Just keep going, keep going. I wonder.
I can imagine with the Supercharger, you're really going for the reps super quick.
Like you're stirring it like a witch's cauldron type thing. This is.
Yeah.
TEINs feel nice.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I think Matt, you might end up going to them, you know.
Danny, I want to say TEINs.
I actually bought them from Dino Days as well.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. They were selling the cheapest.
I think I use my own discount code more than anyone else. TEINs feel nice. They're nice on the road.
Yeah.
What? You don't miss that 1,000 RPM that you've lost, Frank, in your car. You don't miss it.
No.
It revs. It's a different animal. You've got. It's puzzling me. So I've driven so many FN2s. It's puzzling me because
you don't know how to drive it, right?
I don't know how to drive it. You have to relearn this all over again. It's where you would be changing gear in an FN2 because you ride up there. This has still got more gear and it revs less. It's like, what? It's like the ratios. That's stupid because the gearbox is exactly the same as mine, but it's so different.
I'll put it to you this way, and this is the way I've described it to someone else as well. VTEC is now like a really nice cherry on top of the cake, but it's not a necessity. Do you see what I mean? It's not the cake. Driver, hey, Matt can drive. Oh my god, there's not many people I'll sit in this car, right? Let them do that in my car where I'm not like this. Oh my lord.
Right, so we're back to it. Camera overheated, so we just pulled over. Where did we get to? Donkey Hill, wasn't it?
Donkey Hill, yeah.
And it was the torque that we're going to test out on this hill.
Yeah.
So we'll just let these got a slow one behind us anyway.
I see the hill. I didn't realise how steep it was until.
Yeah, this like van slow down to like 20 mile an hour up here. But there's also some good twisties on it.
Okay.
But with this, I used to. I shouldn't be really saying it, but I used to hammer my work van up and down here, doing the speed limit, and like my work van will be.
Yeah.
Is it made your car feel fast?
It does. I've been in it as a passenger when it was normal, and I was like, yeah, this is nice. But in it now, as the Frank, with that engine, and especially with the drama, it's just so good. So good. So good.
Yeah, this is. I can't get over it. Like the engine's great, the car is fantastic. But these coilovers are bloody. It's changed my perception of coilovers.
I told you, I've been saying it to people. You know, there are so many people on forums that are like, oh no, coilovers ruin everyone. Like, I don't know what coilovers you've been driving on, right? But
I had B14s on my Audi.
Yeah.
Bilstein ruined it. I had BC Golds on my R26, ruined it.
Yeah.
So I've just kind of been put off.
Yeah.
But these TEINs are next level.
For sure. By the way, I don't know what that rattling noise is. It only developed like 2 days ago. And I've got to imagine it's because of the solid mounts.
It's a screen.
Is it?
Yeah, the screen. It's the plastic screen one's gluing to the actual thing behind it. Easy peasy job, mate.
Okay. Well,
message me when you get back and I'll turn to it.
Cool.
Mine was exactly the same.
Is it?
Yeah. or was till I stuck it. Right.
I'm trusting you. So far, you haven't done anything to make me really be like, oh my god.
We won't go beggar over here.
Yeah, it's a blind spot.
Torque. Oh lord.
Yeah.
It's torquey as heck. I mean, going up hills and stuff, you don't even know that you're going up hills. Like the FN2 struts. This is nice. This is the test for the coilovers, isn't it? This is the coilover road, like, yeah.
You know what's funny? This video wasn't even meant to be about coilovers.
It was not.
You might as well throw it in there, though.
Yeah, it's not. It's about this car, about the engine, about the builds and everything. But I'm just flabbergasted by how well this handles for coilovers.
I now get why they're about £100 more than others. I've been out in yellow speeds, by the way, and I've also been out in BCs, and BCs felt good, and so did yellow speeds, to be fair. But this, oh my day.
Yeah, we'll back off down here before we get some air.
Yeah.
Be interested to see what mine does down here.
I'm just interested to see what this power's like, and this is your video going in your channel, right? But I bet you this way, I was following him in my Supercharged car, and the flames and the spitting and the anger I was just receiving, honestly, is ridiculous. You know, when you drive, you get used to a car and you know what it can do. But watching someone else do it in your car, I cannot tell you how fast we went around that corner. And that was a corner, an uphill corner, right? Woo!
That was good. We've got a tiny bit of step out the back, but that is just so planted.
Exactly.
So, what tyres?
Goodyear asymmetrics. No, F1 Super Sports. So they're the equivalent of PS4S's for those that don't know.
They are nicer than mine.
They're solid, innit?
Yeah.
They're so good. They're so good. Our mutual friend Nate recommended them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Christ.
And they're much.
I've driven Nate's car. 200 brake horsepower. You cannot break traction on those tyres in his car. His tyres are just absolutely sublime.
Yeah.
But on this, it's got another nearly 100 horsepower, and you cannot break traction.
Yeah.
Got a tiny arse step. Mine will be spitting the arse end out.
I gotta be wary of that.
Jesus. Yeah, I've got PS5s on it, so they're just not as sporty as these. Right, let's see how we do. Actually accelerate. My lord, I love this thing. Right, okay.
Yeah.
Just different. Like.
Okay, so I'll let you do your finance first.
So, the Frank, so much more power, so much more. It delivers everything, and you're using every single ounce of power that car can put out. I find it so deceptive how it revs lower than an original K20, but the revs are, it feels so much longer because you're stroking longer. It just feels so much more. Like it's making me want to change gear at like I don't know, 6k, 6.5k, what I was saying to you. But it's still got another 2k in it. It's like, what? So you can absolutely wring its neck and it just keeps going and going and going. It's fantastic. The torque is great from the get-go. You've got the K Frank torque. You tell you just got, you're on, you're gone. What else? I mean, the suspension setup on that's fantastic. I keep pouring back to that. Those teams just, it's changed my entire view of coilovers.
I'm telling you,
it has changed my entire view of coilovers. And just how great that is to be a daily car. That is just an all-round usable car. Even if you're crawling in traffic, you're not having to boost anything up, you're not having to spool anything up, you've just got instant power just to poodle along if you want to poodle along. I had that car flat out, absolutely flat out in the gears that I was in, and I was taking corners with 100% confidence, like I'm not going to break traction. That thing goes around corners like mad. I don't think that I could do that in mine. I would break traction, and I just don't think it's capable. And that's not just down to the coilovers. I think the power delivery on that is just so much smoother. The Frank is a race car. It is. It's the, for me, and I'm already moving ahead to the conclusion. I think that if you're going to be driving your Civic Type R every day, Frank it.
Woo! That's the wind.
Caught you. But anyway, took me a couple of miles to think, right, oh, this is how this works, and this, right, okay. It really wants you to just slam the gears down and just power, and there's just endless grip in it. It's fantastic. Whereas if you were to do that in the Supercharger, you've got to have your wits about you more. If I was to do that in mine, I'd probably break traction, and the arse end is very happy on that because the front end grips so well and there's so much power, it's dragging you around. The arse end's just so much happier. But you do have that anti-roll bar as well, that Whiteline anti-roll bar, and that, I think that's going to be one of my next purchases.
We were saying, you know, money no object, but let's put money back into the equation.
Money back into the equation.
You're about 4k more than me, 3 or 4k more.
So there's like at least 3 or 4k more than Frank in your car. So I think the main conclusion here is if you're driving your Type R every day, you want to just pump, I want to say 5k, 6k into your car.
If you want to do it like to the sort of spec that I did, then you're talking about 5 or 6k. If you wanted to do, even if you wanted to just do the normal K24 Frank with maybe an exhaust and whatnot, 3 and a bit k, 4k. You see, right?
5k would buy you the kit for mine. Will buy you the kit, and then you've got another $2,000 fit in it. You've got and
the injectors,
wastegate that comes with it. But you have to upgrade the wastegate because the one that comes with it's absolute dog. But I've had a bit of a journey getting mine to where it is now. But it's not. I don't regret the Supercharger over the Frank because I like how manic that is. But if I had to daily my FN2 Frank.
Agreed. So but I think that's about it, really and truly. I mean, you'll be seeing this conclusion on both our channels, but ultimately 100%. If you're subscribed to me and you don't know about Matt, go for it. Brains for days when it comes to cars. And honestly, this is another thing I wanted to touch on. The fact that his car is a Champ White running 420 horsepower supercharged. It's crazy. It's mental. There's quite a few more comparisons that I'm definitely going to do, and I'm sure Matt's going to do with other people's builds and stuff. But appreciate you guys watching. As always, like, you don't have to give your time and attention to our channels in any way, shape or form. At least mine, I could definitely say so for sure. So it's appreciated, and
we'll just hope this helps people down the road, because everybody's going to want to do this. This is the ultimate goal. Everybody can chuck, anybody can chuck an exhaust and a filter on the FN2. If you want to go big boy, go Frank.
100%, definitely. So anyway, take it easy and peace.
Bye guys. Hi guys, thought about doing like a little outtake video just to stick on the end of me driving that the K24 Frank, Joe's car. Joe's not here, so he didn't know about this video. Just something I'm going to stick on the end for a bit of a drive home and a think. So I cannot get over how well that thing puts the power down. It puts power down. Every drop of power is put down, and it reflects in the handling. You could take any corner at any speed and not know, well, and we have perfect confidence that that car's not going to kill you. That car is not going to kill you. Like I was doing before, I knew it was that sort of car. Mine a little bit different. You pick up wheel spin at like 4,000 or 5,000 RPM around certain things. So I was trying to think of like a phrasing or a terminology in which way I would put it, and I would say my car's fun. It's really fun, like the power of it and whatever. But Joe's car is just an all-rounder. It's really good. It's got more power. It's got more grip. It's just, in every way, it's just slightly edging to be a better car. So it's a bit of a crude terminology, but I thought that it's like the old saying that people say, you wouldn't do that with your girlfriend, you do that with your mistress. The terminology being, this is your mistress. You abuse this car, the Supercharged, you abuse it, and you don't want to live with it every day. Whereas Joe's is the girlfriend material. That car is absolutely spot on. Crude terminology, and I was thinking about it on the way home, how to phrase it, and I hope that came across right and not put me as some vulgar peasant, if you like. But yeah, Joe's car, girlfriend material. Peace.